tuned in to the very best. Double J in the morning. Power 106.7. Live and direct. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Chris Hansen. Double J, love your face.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, Chris. I love your face, and I'm actually kind of upset with you because my girlfriend says that she loves your face too. and not to be gross, but she's like, I would do unimaginable things to Chris Hansen's face.
I'll just leave that between you and your girlfriend.
No, I don't want to know because then she fantasizes that she makes me wear a blonde wig when we make love. It's weird.
Well, you can tell her it's actually graying. So,
what happened to Catch a Predator? Because I heard they took it off the air because of some type of entrapment thing. Is that what you said, LB? Some type of
No. We, look, we did some 30 episodes,
right?
And we raised awareness and created a dialogue that didn't exist before. And we wanted to take those same enterprising techniques, and apply them to different topics, like we did, a couple weeks ago with the Wild Wild Web and the Craigslist and the Backpage stuff, and so many other topics over the years. So, there's a fine line between, as I said, raising awareness and creating a dialogue and overdoing it. And we thought that, we had gotten the word out there, and we wanted to do a lot of other things. So we talk about doing a couple of years part of the repertoire, and we obviously update them, and they continue to air on MSNBC, so they're on all the time there. But that's a lesson of that investigation. That enterprising techniques impact journalism, stories well told with hidden cameras and compelling interviews, and they carry the day no matter what the topic is.
Out of all the To Catch a Predators, what person sticks out in your mind the most that was the most disgusting? I mean, all of them are disgusting, but the one that you just wanted to get up and punch his lights out?
Well, it's about a 10-way tie for first, but the one that sticks out the most was in Fort Myers, and we were on the last day, and the last guy was coming, and we see this SUV roll up, and he gets out, and he opens the driver's side rear door.
He brought his kid.
We think he's going to grab pizza. Yeah, he brings his kid. He walks into the kid, and there's a collective gasp in the room. Now, these are tough guys I work with. I mean, they've been with me to Africa and India and, doing some heavy-duty undercover stuff, and people were just blown away. I mean, some people were in tears over this thing.
Have you ever had the urge to actually physically punch somebody? Like,
no, that's not our job. I mean, you're so focused on, your surroundings, what the guy's doing, where his hands are, is he going to get aggressive? Are you out of position? And then, you have to do your real job on top of that, which is to, ask questions that will, get information out of this person and get in their head. So, you're pretty busy, and so there isn't really time to be emotional, until after it's over. When we were interviewing the hitman for the piece that was on 2 weeks ago, we found on Craigslist, in Bryant Park, you're so focused on getting what you need to get, and then at what point do you tell them who you really are, and what happens after that, it's not till you're done that it actually sinks in that you just interviewed a man who told you that for a price he could make somebody disappear, cripple somebody, or set them up for a crime they didn't commit.
Is he still available? Because I have some bill collectors that are bugging the hell out of me.
Just go on Craigslist.
I'm going to find the Albuquerque Craigslist killer now. If you just tuned into the program, it is Double J in the morning on Power 106.3. We're talking with Chris Hansen. You have kids of your own, Chris. Doing shows like these that you do you allow them to go online unsupervised?
Well, my guys are, 21 and almost 19, so...
Well, when they were younger, though.
Yeah, I mean, we kept an eye on them. They watched the shows with me, and I explained what was going on and the dangers, and so you got to monitor them when they're young, because and limit, I think, the time that they're actually on the internet, because if they know that they've only got an hour, 2 hours, or whatever the parent thinks is appropriate, they'll chat with their friends, go to Facebook, figure out the movie schedule for the weekend, download some iTunes, and there's less time for loitering in places like chat rooms where they can get in trouble.
Well, they're telling you they're downloading some iTunes songs. I doubt that's what they're really downloading.
Well, I see the bills on my credit card still, so I know what they're doing there.
No, I thought it came discreet as in Entertainment Weekly or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, have you ever had a predator that you actually felt sorry for and wish you could actually let go?
Well, I think there are different categories, and I think some of the younger guys who were more opportunistic than criminal.
Right.
I think those are guys with a probationary period and some monitoring. I think they probably will never offend again. Not justifying what they're doing, but I think these are guys who will toe the line for the rest of their lives. They get the Jesus scared out of them, and that's it. Now some of these other guys, you can never fix them.
If you just tuned into the program, we're talking with Chris Hansen. So what's happening on Dateline tonight?
Tonight is a compelling story of obsession, and it's a very personal one to me because it was a killing that took place in my town in Connecticut back in 2002. This beautiful, athletic, intelligent woman named Annalisa Raimondo, 32 years old, was killed midday in her luxury waterfront condominium. And they talked to the boyfriend. He had an alibi. And they talked to a petty criminal who was a drifter. He had an alibi. And the case went cold. And it really, was shocking to the entire community. Well, 5 or 6 months later, there's a case over in suburban New York, Westchester County, New York, across the border, where a husband and wife were playing a bizarre game that involved handcuffs and touching items to each other's face. The husband ends up getting stabbed. The wife takes him to the hospital. She stabs him again. They treat him. The police question her. The stories do not add up. And it turns out when they find her cell phone, she had not, in fact, called 911 as she claimed to have done. She actually called the boyfriend of the woman who was murdered 6 months ago to ask him out for dinner. So this whole love triangle comes together in this very, very strange way. It's quite a yarn.
How do you find stories like this? Do people submit them to you and you guys go through them, or is it something
it's
you
a combination? This one, I knew about very well because it happened in my town in 2002. At least it started that. It took many years for it to develop, and then we've been working on it for about a year to get it to the point where it is, because there was a trial involved, and we had to wait for the end of that, so we had closure in the story. But, some people submit them. Our producers come up with some. Some are my idea, and some are, look, there's a hurricane coming. We're sending a crew to your house. Get ready in case it hits near you,
Well, Dateline NBC is on tonight at 9 o'clock, Channel 4 KOB. Chris, final question for you. Have you ever run into any of the men that you've had arrested in any of your stings?
No.
Do you ever worry about any of them coming back for revenge on you?
I don't think so. That's not typically the profile of one of these guys. I mean, it could happen, and obviously, I've got a security protocol in general just because of the kind of things I do.
Right.
But, it's not something I worry about.
Tonight on NBC, Dateline NBC, it starts at 9 o'clock on KOB Channel 4. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, Chris.
Thanks. Take care.
And that's how it's done.
Wake up, wake up. Wake up with Double J in the morning. Weekdays 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Power 106.7.